What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Rockling Road Show. It is Alvie.
I'm the 1-3, baby. Look at this.
He's the 1-3.
We're
Split
in
screen
tech
once
mode.
again. Yep. So I had to unfortunately work today, and I am in Houston right now. So it is what it is. So let us know, guys, before we kind of start getting into the show. Can you hear us okay? Do we sound like crap? Can you see us? Are we lagging?
Am I
Whatever.
too low of a voice like I was
Yeah.
last week?
Just hit us with everything. Let us know what's going on,
Uh,
and then we'll go from there. And hopefully, can get. I need to brighten you up a little bit. You're looking a little washed out.
I
I just
know,
saw a
and
thumbs up fly.
it's a good camera, too. I don't know what you did. Why am I so low? Do I need to stand up more?
I think you're lagging too.
Am I? Really?
All right, Garth says thumbs up.
Ah,
All right.
gee. Looks like I just...
What's going on, Garth? Garth evening. Looking good, sounding good. Perfect. All right. Excellent. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's go ahead and pay the bills, and let's start the show and have some fun tonight.
Absolutely. All right. So, as always, we're brought to you by Misfit Metalworks. Oh, my gosh. I've got this in my head. I don't know why. Brought to you by Misfit Metalworks. Misfit Metalworks offers CNC, plasma cutting, welding, metal fabrication, and prototyping services, as well as laser engraving. Contact the Misfits for all your metal needs at 813-598-7409 or stop by at 1913 East Bears Avenue, Unit 1100B, Tampa, Florida 33613. Let them know the Rockling Road Show sent you.
All right, now before we go here, I'm going to ask everybody if 1-3's audio is lagged, because it looks like it is to me. If it's not, then okay. If it is, I'm going to try and figure something out. But okay. While we're waiting for that, we are also brought to you by Eric Warren Artistries and Dropkick Customs. Eric Warren Artistry is a custom paint and fabrication studio that specializes in turning your custom dreams into a reality. EWA offers a one-stop shop for all your paint, metal fiberglass needs, welding, full powder coating, motorcycle stereo equipment, air ride systems, custom wheels, and parts development. You can contact Eric Warren at 813-503-4764 or stop by the shop at 13215 North Nebraska Avenue, Suite A, Tampa, Florida 33612, and let them know that the Rockling Road Show sent you. And everybody is saying that your audio is off.
I know. What the hell?
How did it just all of a sudden go up all wacky here?
I have no idea. What's going on?
All right, let's try this. Let's see if that does anything. Talk?
Yeah, what do you like to know?
Nope.
You want to know if this is working or not? It's not working.
It just got better.
It just got better? All right. Well, that's weird. That's not going to work for me. I've got dogs scratching on the door.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still lagging for some reason. I don't understand what that's all about. Nope, off again.
Oh, wow.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's do one thing, and then if not, we're just going to go with it. I'm going to disconnect the call. You call me right back, and we'll try it again.
Okay.
Yeah, just disconnect the call, and then call me right back.
Okie dokie.
All right. All right, so while we're trying to figure out that issue, because I don't know about y'all, but that to me is one of the most annoying things in the world, is when you're watching a video and the audio doesn't sync with the mouth moving. It's just like an old kung fu movie. Oh, I just hung up on him. Call me back. Hold on. God, I hate technology sometimes, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. I'll just call him back. All right.
There you are.
All right. Go ahead and talk.
Am I lagging this time? I see
Yep.
you now. Still lagging, huh?
Matt, tighten up. Yeah. I don't know why it's lagging. It doesn't make any sense, because you're
And
lagging on my Skype, like actual program.
It's weird because I'm looking at me and not you, like I normally look at you and not me.
All right, well, whatever. We're just gonna have to go with it. I apologize for that. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. I really don't. Let's see. Let's try this here.
That's why
Audio
we
video
producer.
settings. Yeah, I know. Can't afford one.
I know, and for some reason I can't even see your picture anymore. You're blank. I don't know. I don't know what's up. Blah.
Ba, 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 ba. Appearance. Yeah.
Match
All right,
fixed,
whatever.
baby.
Yeah, I saw it. We're going with it. It is what it is. Sorry, guys. You're gonna have to deal with Kung Fu, Kung Fu 1-3 tonight. We are also brought to you by the Franhoff Law Group. The Franhoff Law Group provides legal representation for victims of negligence. They handle a broad range of personal injury, including wrongful death matters, truck and motorcycle accidents, car accidents, slip and fall injuries, and much more.
Okay, so for all your legal needs, please contact Fran Hosh at 866-LAW-FRAN or visit lawfran.com. Or you can stop by their offices at 1275 Nebraska Avenue. That's in Palm Harbor, Florida, 34683. Let them know the Rockling Road Show sent you.
And there you go.
So
Okay.
that's awesome, right?
Yeah, man. Rock and roll.
All right, so, you know, uh, a tragedy happened, this past week, man.
Yes.
We
I gotta
lost
get
over
you to square away.
230 vintage motorcycles in a massive museum fire in Austria. Freaking, what a shame, man.
Yeah, it's unreal, man. I saw this. I saw the video of this. Hey, Sybil, what's going on?
Hello?
Seems to be working in and out. All right. Yeah, I don't know. It could be the internet that we're on. I am in a hotel, so that doesn't help things. So, but yeah, I saw the video of this. Obviously made the headlines. If you follow any motorcycle group on Facebook
Yes.
or you've searched anything motorcycle related in your Google feed, this has popped up all over the place. So yeah, 230 vintage bikes. I'll let you keep going. I kind of cut you off there.
Oh, no, no, that's fine, man. Like we said, 230 vintage motorcycles, and man, at least a dozen cars and vans were destroyed at the top of the mountain at Cross Point Museum, located in the Austrian Alps. It caught fire January 18th, so 2 days ago. It was opened in 2016, and it housed an impressive and diverse selection of rare, offbeat, historically significant two-wheelers that cannot be replaced. They're gone, man.
Yeah,
It's
it's sad, man. Daniel Hopkins saying, "I know the shop very well." Throw some, throw your little comments in there for that, Dan, because I think the way I kind of picture it is I kind of equate it to the Wheels Through Time Museum in North Carolina, or is it? No, it's in Tennessee, Maggie Valley in Tennessee. That's kind of what I envision in my head as what that was, but yeah, it was built at 7,135 feet. It was on the border between Austria and Italy. And it stood as the highest museum in Europe, which is kind of neat. The fire started around 4 a.m. local time, and they're still investigating. They have no idea what caused the blaze. Luckily, no one was injured in the blaze, and the reason for that is the museum's been closed since November 3rd to comply with local COVID restrictions. It was scheduled to reopen in 4 days, January 24th. I'm not a fire inspector or anything like that, but my thought would be it's been closed this long. Somebody went in and started to get stuff ready to go, probably turned the heat on and left, and then overnight something happened with a boiler or something like that. That'd be my guess. If something hasn't been really open or anything for that long. Not to
That
say
makes
that they
sense.
weren't running, not to say that they weren't running temperature controls and things like that, being that they have old bikes and all that stuff in there. But when I read that, that's kind of just what I was thinking, anyways. Connie says good evening and said, well, damn, that's awful. What a loss. Yeah, it really is. And you start hearing some of these bikes that were in there. But yeah, so again, they were supposed to reopen in 4 days. So they're not going to be able to do that, obviously. Some of the vintage bikes lost in the blaze include a 1920 Anzani racing motorcycle, a 1923 Harley Davidson, a 1970 Munich Mammut. A big bike powered by a 4-cylinder engine borrowed from an NSU TTS. There was an unrestored 1955 MV Augusta 125 that joined the collection after spending decades in a barn, and a Hercules motorcycle that was equipped with a Wankel rotary engine. Dude, a rotary engine on a motorcycle sounds like the coolest and most ridiculous thing in the world at the same time. Like I'm thinking like a big radial from like an aviation radial motor, right?
Yeah, you're not thinking like the Mazdas. You're thinking like
Right.
an aviation rotary.
Yeah, I'm thinking big old school giant, pistons going everywhere. But it's still cool, right? A rotary engine that and I wonder when that motor was actually made. That's kind of that'd be another thing to kind of check out. But yeah, so along with vintage motorcycles, they also had vintage cars there as well. That were unfortunately lost as well.
There was a 1954 Messerschmitt KR 175. Now that's kind of a cool looking little car. It's looks like it's an airplane cockpit. It's crazy looking.
Yeah.
There was a 64 Lotus 23B, which actually looks, I don't know, I was thinking Speed Racers Mach 5.
There you go.
The way the headlights are, the front of it, not as pointy as the Mach 5, but it's pretty cool looking. An 88 Porsche 959 was lost. A 32 Alfa Romero 8C 2300 Monza, which to me, when I looked at this thing, I'm going, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. I mean, it's just one of the things I was thinking. I don't know why. It just kind of looks like it. They also lost a single cab split window Volkswagen pickup truck. Now, I have seen some of these pictures of that. That is a really cool automobile. That thing is neat. Man. We used to have a Volkswagen bus when I lived in Titusville. It was just an old VW bus. Yeah, we took it camping all the time. It was really cool.
VW bus, man. Those are some cool and ugly cars all at the same time.
Wow. I was just looking at my camera. My camera's shaking like hell.
Yeah, it's going crazy. I don't know if you're kicking the table or something.
I might have.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get away from it.
But yeah, so super unfortunate that we lost all those vintage cars and bikes. It's sad when those, because there's not many of those things bouncing around the world anymore. And anytime you lose a piece of history like that, it just hits me. It hits me in a weird spot. I see the same thing when old airplanes go, old World War II airplanes and things like that people have restored and they crash, things like that. It just messes with me, man, and it just sucks that all these are, the hope is that something made it out of there, okay, but
did you see
from
the
video? Yeah, from the video. I haven't seen any of the pictures from inside of it. But I did see the video of the blaze, and it was just massive.
Everything was engulfed. And if it started as early as 4 a.m, man, nobody was there, man.
Well, I would think probably nobody's there. I'm sure they had security and all that shit, and fire smoke detectors and all that shit. But I'm thinking, outside of that, I'm thinking it's in the Alps at 7,000 feet, trying to get a fire truck up there in the snowy Alps and all that stuff. It's just like, holy, I just imagine that it probably took a while to get some water on that fire. Mr. Eric Warren, what's going on, brother?
Eric,
hope you're having fun being all Hollywood and shit. So,
Yeah, really, man.
Can't wait for all that to come out. Can't wait to see it for sure. But yeah, sad day in motorcycle history for sure. And like I said, the only hope is that some of them kind of make it through and come out on the other side of this. Who knows? Some of them may be able to, somebody might be able to get hold of them and restore them and bring them back to their former glory. But that's hopes and dreams. It's probably not likely, but hey,
Yeah,
we can all hope and dream a little bit, right? Just a tiny bit, and hope something comes out of it. But yeah, so there you have it. Fire in the Austrian Alps. Whoa, that's a lot of words. I hope to see you guys this weekend at Gibtown, says Eric. Yeah, I think 1-3's got some work going on. I'm going to try and make it out there on Saturday. So I'll let you know though if we're going to head out or not. Just kind of keep you up. All right, I'm going to kind of try and condense some of what Dan put here. But he said a few years back, I met an Indian owner and a big enthusiast who had very unique connections and some very fluent bike collectors who have a large and rare selection of motorcycles. American-made, French design, pioneer, blah, 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 blah. Gentleman told me he spoke to a very quiet owner who had a very private ranch somewhere in California, which he did buy and have a close partnership with the people that owned and ran that shop that has burnt down. And thanks to a private collector whose name has eluded me, sadly, he donated some of his bikes to the museum, which were lost. Oh, that's terrible. However, he did keep the rare, original, and prototypes that also so many bike manufacturers when testing their first bike before released. My point, Ben, was every bike was lost. The rarest of the rare, I can be sure, were moved and stored somewhere safe, but out of public knowing to keep them safe. And that's terrible. Yeah, I mean, like I said, anytime old bikes and old
History,
old connections
man.
with history go away, people, physical items, things like that, it just kind of sucks, man. It kind of hits home, hits the heart in the wrong kind of way. So yeah, so there you have it. Fire in the Austrian Alps. Phil, what's going on, brother?
Getting back to Eric, Sunday, if you're still going to be out there, that's a day that I'm available. So I don't know about you, Alvie, but maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Saturday's just a better day for me and Kim because she's got to work Monday, so it just kind of works out. Saturday's usually better for us. Plus, Stone Gray's playing on Saturday afternoon. Kind of want to go see the boys.
Yeah, well, so. I'd like to, but
I
got this.
Somebody's doing side work, so.
Well, you know what? It's the only day that my daughter's boyfriend's available to help me out, and
there you go.
I got to do it.
Excuses. No, I'm just kidding.
Not an excuse because I tell you what,
I'm kidding.
I
know.
Ride my motorcycle.
Hey, look, and a little extra money never hurts anybody either. So,
no.
HD says, "See you Saturday, Alvie." Cool. Yeah, a little extra money never hurt anybody.
No, but when it rains, it pours, man. Because
yeah,
I had this one gig going on like this week. I'm helping out my buddy Kurt Callerman from was it Crown Trophy?
Crown Trophies.
Did our trophies for
for September 11th.
Yep. So the 9/11 ride, which was amazing. I got to tell him we have some news about that as well later.
Okay.
But I was doing work for him, and then this other job popped up, and then today another job popped up. So I'm like, what the hell?
That's awesome. Crazy, awesome, sucks, whatever. It's awesome though that you got some work. Hey, look, anytime you have work coming in and money coming in, it's always a good thing. So
absolutely, brother, absolutely.
Yeah. So as you can see there, this topic was brought up last week. Dan over in the UK asked us to talk about this. I think it was the week before last, actually. We didn't get a chance to actually sit down and look at this. So here it is. It is the Indian Motorcycle Stage 2 PowerPlus Performance Cams. what it is it worth it, yada, yada, yada. Here's the Rockling Road Show's take on it. So, from a press release from Indian Motorcycles, in 2019, Indian Motorcycle reimagined what the American bagger could be with the introduction of the Indian Challenger, which I prefer the Chieftain, but again, it goes back to the age-old argument or the age-old dilemma. Do you want a fairing mounted or a frame-mounted fairing or not? So
Look,
I'm a bat wing guy. You're a shark mouth guy. So
and I'm going to tell you right now, I do like the design of the Challenger. Shut up. No, I don't like the bike.
that's funny. So
It's still an Indian.
It's still an Indian. I know. So they introduced the Challenger in 2019, and then in 2020, superior performance capabilities were dramatically validated. Again, this is from a press release from India. Dramatically validated with the victory at the Moto America's inaugural King of the Baggers race at the historic Laguna Seca Raceway. The ultimate American bagger is going to get an extra dose of muscle with the introduction of Indian Motorcycles' all-new Stage 2 PowerPlus performance cams. The same
hold
cams.
On. Stop right there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because you just said the ultimate American bagger. American.
Yep, that's what I said. Yeah, that's not what I said. That is what Indian said.
Okay, because then that would mean that Harley Davidson is going to get an extra dose of muscle. Not Indian.
Well,
Indian's Canadian.
There's something on that a little bit later too. But
Okay.
yeah, so they're saying that the same cans that helped power SNS's Indian Challenger to victory at Laguna Seca can now be yours to put in your bagger, in your Chief or Challenger. Dale, it's not Castleberry Thursday live jam with triple shot band. It's not Thursday.
Okay.
Dale, you're gonna have to hit me back with some clarification on your comment there, because I don't quite follow, brother.
So Alvie, by adding the Stage 2 cams, the Indian is saying that you'll get a 10% increase in horsepower in the Challenger.
Yes.
Which comes with a stock 108 cubic inch liquid cooled V-twin. Delivers a class leading 122 horsepower and 128 foot-pounds of torque. That's pretty damn good. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, really, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If you get these cams, you're gonna need to pair it with the PowerPlus Stage 1 air intake, and that's about $105. Stage 1 oval slip-on muffler. I said muffin, but oval muffler. It's an odd shape. It's weird looking, but You're looking at $1,000 for that thing alone. Or the Stage 1 slip-on muffler kit, just a regular one, which is about $800, $900, somewhere around there. So I don't know, man. You got to add all this on it to get it to go more.
To get it to go more, right? So so it's not just and I think it's understood that if you add new cams, you're going to have to do some stuff kind of down the line as well, right? You're not just going to throw new cams on and be done with it. So there's that, right? But yeah, so Indian is obviously using the success of the King of the Bagger win, and they're using that to help market this upgrade kit. Now, this is the Rockling Road Show's take on it. While there's no doubt that the cams will increase your overall performance, I think everybody in this room, in this show tonight, knows that it was a lot more done on that bike than just cams that got that bike over the finish line at first place. So,
did you look at the end of that race? I mean, it come on, man.
A win is a win, brother. If you don't win, what does Ricky Bobby say? If you're not first, you're last. Period, brother. Period. If you ain't first, you're last. And they crossed the line first. So, hey man, don't hate. Don't hate. Innovate. But so the kit's available from Indian Motorcycle for $700. So for all intents and purposes, you're going to be looking at about a $2,000 in just parts to get this stage 2 upgrade. And then I would imagine probably another grand or so for labor to get it all put on and everything else, unless you do it yourself. But I would imagine you'd want them to do it, because I'm sure that there's probably some
HD saying
warranty
speed
stuff
costs,
going
man.
on.
How fast do you want to go?
That's it, man. Speed is money. That's for damn sure. Phil's saying, I came in late to the show. Are you guys going out to Gibtown? So I might head out there Saturday, and 1-3 might head out there Sunday.
I'm gonna try to head out there Sunday. I
Still
got things to do.
see what's going on. So we'll if we're heading out, we'll make a post to let everybody know that we're going to go. But the plan is that I'm going to head out there Saturday, and 1-3 will head out there Sunday. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, HD's right on the money, right? Speed costs how fast you want to go.
Right.
And I mean, hey, let's be honest. What was it? 10%? Yeah, 10% increase. So you're looking at another 12 horsepower and another 13 foot-pounds of torque out of the whole thing. So,
Right.
it's not awful, right?
No.
So I mean, at the end, you're talking 134 horsepower and 135 foot-pounds of torque. So that's pretty damn good, man. Pretty damn good. Dan saying the next King of the Baggers for 2021 will be amazing to watch after being. Yeah, and we talked about that last week, and we can't wait. I think it's going to be awesome.
I think
the whole Rider Now crew
it's
will
be more realistic. It's going to be, because now you're going to have to actually hold up. So that damn Indian, come on, man.
Well, and I mean, it opens. What I like about it is that it opens up to all AMA guys. So that kind of helps out. It kind of makes things more competitive, I think.
Yeah, more
Dale
competitive
saying,
and a more even playing field, because
for sure.
The days, you got to think about all that, man. It's gonna God, how am I trying to think of this? Brain, TBI shit. But you got to think of all this stuff that goes into it, the setups, and then you run a race, and then shit happens. Now you have 5 days, so you could be out in the first day, but maybe back in later. I don't know how that's going to work,
Right. So just catch up on some comments here. Dale from Dale and Cat saying that the whole Rider Now crew will be out there on Saturday. So,
of course.
So there you have that. Dan, it's not literally an old school but modern take of who can show whose bike is faster and tougher than the other. Yeah, it's going to be great. He's going to love it, absolutely. Special show. No, it's just a different day. I'm traveling. I'm working this week, and normally it's not an issue, but I'm actually going to be flying tomorrow night during the show. So the options were one of two things. We either do a live show tonight, or we do a pre-recorded show and air it at our normal time. And we like the interaction with people, and so we figured, you know what, we'll do it a day early, and so here we are. We're with you guys, having fun on a Wednesday as opposed to a Thursday. But yeah, I'll be flying the friendly skies tomorrow night at 7. So.
But don't you have Wi-Fi on the plane?
Yeah, I do have Wi-Fi on the plane, but it is definitely not good enough to stream a show. That's for sure.
Oh shit! Just keep the table.
you can barely get email to go through on that Wi-Fi. So
hey,
So it's no worries. Right on. Yeah, absolutely. So that's why we're a day early and $1 short. So
this week when I win the Mega Millions, are you going to come work for me?
No, because you're gonna give me some money, so I don't have to work either.
Well, I'm going to give you money, but you got to fly for me, bro. Come on.
Oh, I gotta work for you? What the hell, man? I thought we were brothers.
Dude, I'll buy you your own airplane. And then
all right, there you go. And I'll just fly you around with it. Okay, I'm game with that. I'm cool with that. Dan saying, love the show any day you're on. I appreciate that, Dan. He
Dan, we
said, "Be
do
cool to
really appreciate you, man. We thank you.
yeah, for sure. Be cool to do a show in midair. We've talked about it. It wouldn't.
have.
We would. It wouldn't be a. It wouldn't be a live show because there's just no way of doing it technology wise yet.
Hey,
just
is there
don't- you'd
anybody
have to
out
have
there that
some
would like to
crazy money.
sponsor an aircraft for us to do this?
But yeah, I mean, we've talked about it for a long time. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of renting an
think-
airplane and
Since-
setting up some cameras and recording it. But
I think since
I'd have
the
to figure
beginning
out
of
the
show-
audio too. But
Yeah, since we started this show, I think we've talked
yeah,
about it.
it's been a topic. It's one of those things that I think eventually it'll happen. It's just gotta work out. We just gotta figure out how we can do it. Like I said, the getting an airplane and setting the cameras up is pretty easy because it's just rent an airplane for an hour or so and go burn holes in the sky. But I think the issue would be trying to get the audio, trying to record the audio.
Really?
I'd have to. I'd have to.
Figure out
There'd
how
have
to
to
go
be a
through the
way to.
mics?
Yeah, you'd have to go through the comm system on the airplane, and I know they sell things that you because there's tons of guys on YouTube that have aviation channels, and they
Right.
use something that allows them to record the audio, ATC audio and all that stuff. So there's a way to do it. It's more money, more
yeah.
equipment. So that's how that goes.
I think
that would
I
be
think someone sponsoring sponsoring an aircraft for a couple hours, and I say a couple.
There you go.
because It's going to take more than 1 hour.
Yeah, well, of course, but Gart's saying that would be a new version of the Mile High Club.
That ain't happening with me and Alvie.
No,
I'm just-
that's not a club I'm joining. I can tell you that right now.
Not with him. Which side am I
Not
on? This side or this side? I don't
Not
know,
with
this
him,
side.
he says. Yeah, so there you have it. That's the stage 2 upgrade, and that's kind of me and the 1.3's take on what it is. It is a good, it's for what it is. It's good. 10% increase in performance is phenomenal. $2,000. It sounds about on par with with the industry. I think Harley's probably pretty close to that for their Screaming Eagle, Stage 2, all that shit. So,
Right.
So I got to imagine everything's, it's got to be all within reach. So, so yeah, I think it's cool. I think it's great that that they're offering some stuff to kind of upgrade their workhorse, so to speak, because that's kind of their money, their money card, so to speak, their money bike. So. So good on them. I think it'll do well for them for sure. And again, like I said, they're piggybacking off the win at the King of the Baggers. So they're obviously in front of a lot more people, and people are starting to take notice of Indian motorcycle for sure. So so there you go. That's our take. I know the 1.3 has a real disdain for the Indian motorcycle, but.
Let me tell you, I love Indian motorcycles when they were American made. Canada did buy the product. They bought the name.
But let me ask you this. We've talked about this many times, and this time this is a running joke with me and you. Outside of the fact that it's made, I mean, dude, you rode metric for how long?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna look. I like the product. It's a good product. Okay. It's the name that bothers me. It's what they're doing with the name. They're saying American motorcycle. Yes, it was an American motorcycle. They should call it a Canadian motorcycle now, not an American motorcycle. You see all this stuff? They are not. What's that?
It's made in North America.
Oh man, semantics. Here we go.
Hey, I'm just saying, it's made in North America. Canada's America Light.
I cannot dispute that.
So now we'll continue the banter and the fun with the competition between Harley and Indian. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring you guys the 2021 lineups for Harley Davidson and for Indian motorcycles. And what we're going to do is, as opposed to running down every single model that's being offered by each manufacturer, what we're doing instead is we're going to take the models that are new for 2021. So we're not going to talk, just for semantics here, we're not going to talk about the Street Glide, the Road Glide, the Electric Glide, we're not going to go through all that stuff. We're not going to go through all of the soft tails. We're not going to do all that. We're not going to go through all of the Scouts. We're just going to hit the high points of the bikes that are coming out this year that are new to each manufacturer's lineup. And before we jump into that, I'm going to hit one comment here from Dan saying Indian and their Stage 2 upgrade pack is going to be phenomenal, and already the bikes here in Europe are still hard to find, and they sell quick, bought by rental companies and hire firms. They will be very much making Harley Davidson sweat in just the Challenger alone, even after the new 2021 heavyweight unveiling a few days ago. I watched the unveiling live. I can, if you want. It's definitely, like I said, man, it's good for Indian, and it's good for the market. It's really good for the market because it opens up. Dude, anytime there's competition in any form and in any industry, it makes the products better. Period. If there's one company.
Dale says he's the only cowboy. He was in a bar last week, a couple of weeks ago, and he was the only cowboy in there. That
nice.
Harley rider. Everybody else was Indian riders.
That's perfect. But yeah, anytime you have competition like that, it's gonna elevate both companies to do good things.
Absolutely.
And I think and I'm gonna hit this real quick and then we'll move on. But I think I tell you what I like about Indian is Indian's doing what I think Harley Davidson should do, right? Indian is focusing on a very small marketplace, right? They have the Scouts, and then they have their touring models, right? They have their Scouts, and then they have the Indian Chieftains, right. The Challengers, and then they have the old, and we're going to talk about the new models that's come out with the vintage. That's it. They don't have anything else, right? So they're able to just dump a bunch of R&R into it, not R&R, but R&D into it, and they're able to get these really kick-ass machines, in my opinion, right? They all look great, and they're selling very well. And Indian is doing a really good job at closing that gap with Harley Davidson in the market share. Whereas Harley is going this way and that way and this way and that way, and electrics and this and that and this. It's like, y'all got to figure it out. And you can kind of see, and we're talking about it here in a second, you can kind of see with the bikes that are coming out in 2021, Harley's trying to shrink their lineup a little bit and do the same thing and focus on certain key markets that are doing well and kind of shedding the ones that really haven't performed or won't perform. So,
right.
So there you go. So here we are. Like I said, we're just going to highlight the new additions, right? So the first one that comes up, we're going to go with Harley first. We'll finish with Indian. Harley Davidson, the first one they brought out is the 2021 Harley Davidson Custom, and I've got some pictures here, so we'll bring up some pictures and go from there. Let me make sure these are coming up. So the Harley Davidson Custom. Nope, I got to go to the right one. Hold on. Sorry, guys. There we go. This is the one I want, and then there. There we go. So Harley Davidson Custom. They're kind of touting it as we all thought Harley Davidson was the company stuck in the past, resilient to change, or resistant to change, and then they come out firing this year with the all-new Harley Davidson Custom. This bike gets a stripped-down look with some aggressive-looking lines. It comes equipped with a 1250cc engine. And right now, that is all we have on the Harley Davidson Custom. More details are going to be, are to follow. That's the only specs we have. We don't have price. We don't have torque numbers, anything like that. It is what it is. This is what it looks like. Cool looking bike, in my opinion. I think it's very. I'm going to piss a lot of people off. It's very reminiscent of the Indian Scout. And we look at the Scout here in a little bit. The exhaust a little bit higher than the Scout, but a really cool. I mean, still a really really interesting looking bike. I'm I don't know how I would look on one, but a very cool, aggressive looking bike.
You're probably too tall for that damn thing.
Yeah, I would think that I am, but yeah, I think it's a pretty cool looking bike. It's definitely it'd definitely be fun. I bet you it's fun as hell to ride. That's
it probably is. What is Dan saying? Because I don't have my glasses on, I can't read that.
What I was waiting for from Harley was just a key word from them, which they still continue to avoid saying. Even the design team and engineering team that won't say it yet. The machines are great and are beautiful, and I will always love them for what they have given me in confidence and motivated me to work hard to save a piece of freedom and ride my way. But my upset still, if they do add to their bikes that they are also very reliable, rant over. I missed something. There's a key word from them, which they still continue to avoid saying.
Okay, so Jim Murphy says he thinks that Indian bikes are made in Spirit Lake, Iowa.
I mean they may be in the. I know the company's it's Polaris. Those are companies headquartered in Canada.
But it is a Canadian. It is a Canadian company, and that's why I've got this thing about Indians. But I do appreciate your comment there, Jim. That is. I'll have to look that up. Well, you got your computer in front of you.
I do.
Because I can't see.
All right. Yeah, and Dan's saying, I'm surprised they haven't included the new Sportster engine in the bike itself. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. But yeah, they do have a new motor, and I think it's because they can sell you a motor on the on the backside. Let's see, where are Indian motorcycles made? Dan saying reliable was my point. They're not. I'll say this. Yeah, they are made in Spirit Lake. So that is true. Spirit Lake, Iowa, is where Indian motorcycles are made.
All right. So maybe is that their original shop? I don't know. Their manufacturing plant?
No. So Indian Motorcycle originally produced from 1901 to 1953 in Springfield, Massachusetts. In 2011, Polaris Industries purchased Indian Motorcycle, moved operations to North Carolina, and merged them into their existing facilities in Minnesota and Iowa. So there you go.
All right. So Indian. Okay. So it's all right. Well, y'all teaching me something. It's made here in the States by a Canadian company.
There you are. So yeah, really quick, going back to Dan about the reliability part. I think newer Harley Davidsons kick that myth to the curb. Older Harley Davidsons, I would say yes. Older Harley Davidsons, if it wasn't leaking, it didn't have fluid in it, right? That was kind of like old airplanes, right? If they're not leaking, they don't have fluid. You would always see a guy on the side of the road doing something to his Harley because it broke down.
Especially the AMF years. Right,
the AMF years were terrible for Harley. But in general, speaking now, I don't see any problems with them. Now they have their issues. They have recalls on clutches and recalls on things like that.
Yeah, well, with the M8s, they're having issues right now.
Right, that's true too. But overall, my bike, when I want to ride it, it runs. I don't. When I get out on my bike, I don't have any fear that it's not gonna, run. So I think that kind of myth is a little bit over. I don't know, overstated maybe, or that's not the right word I'm looking for,
Right.
but it's not as prominent today as it was 10 years ago. You know,
Right. Right.
that's just
So,
this is my opinion. But yeah, so that's the Harley Davidson Custom.
right.
Fun looking bike. I think it's gonna be cool. So next,
Next is the Harley Davidson Street Bob 114. This thing is kind of cool looking, man. I was looking at it. And it is the lightest softail model equipped with a Milwaukee 8 114 engine. This thing is like freaking phenomenal, man. It's got to be fast as hell. The bike displays the authentic bobber attitude. It's got the mini apes. It's a little bit chopped rear fender. It does have a digital gauge. Keeps the front end clean, uncluttered. The speedometer got stripped off and tossed, man. It's crazy. But the price,
it's a really bad
it
picture.
leaves a budget room for Screaming Eagle performance upgrades to further customize. It does have 2-up seating, laced wheels, stretched riding position, mid-mount foot controls, which is a little, you got the mid-mount instead of the rear mount. They're a little bit, they're not forward controls. They're kind of like down right below you. They not sport bike like, behind you a little bit, but
Yep.
pretty good. This 114 engine, it is the most power offered from the factory in a Softail chassis. You got 109 foot-pound torques at 3,000 RPM. You got a 2-in-2 offset shotgun exhaust. The digital instrumentation, it's all built into the handlebar riser. You got a USB charging point. Hey, you got to have some of the modern stuff. So it's got signature LED headlamp. You got surround. I guess a surround of signature LED elements like your your turn signals and such. It's a really cool looking bike. It's I don't know, man. It's good.
Yeah, I'm a fan, dude. I really do like it. I like all the Softail models. I'm a fan of all of the Softail models, to be honest with you. They did a good job, and I think it was 2020, or was it 19 when they came out with all the new Softails when they got rid of like the Dyna and all that stuff. I think it was 2019. If anybody knows, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, really cool looking bike. Couple of colors. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, the price point on this is not bad either. But they
Right.
do have different colors. It's black, stonewashed, white pearl, Baja orange, which is my favorite, and the Deadwood green. But the price points, you're looking at $15,000 to $15,400, somewhere in that area. So it's not
like Dan was saying, they leave that room in there so that you can upgrade to the new engine they have coming out for the Softails, which we're going to get to here in a second. But yeah, I mean, cool bike. I'm really a big fan. Looks fun. I think it'd be a hell of a time to ride for sure. Next one we'll talk about. Let me hit some comments real quick. Dan saying, I agree, as like any other manufacturers, they have their gremlins. It's just more prominent, been around Harley Davidson, but I don't mean to slight them. I just hope that they resolve the issues. Yeah, and again, I don't think everybody who's in the motorcycle world knows that Harley Davidson has had their has taken their lumps about reliability on their bikes.
Right.
I think they've gotten a little bit better, but yeah. We're all there.
Dan, HD is saying not bad money. No, it's not bad money. And, and you're right, Dan. If they keep it around the 14, 15,000, you're not doing too bad at all, man. It's a great bike, and they will put stock.
Yeah, and you can push a lot of people onto one of those bikes because, like I said, they're kick ass. They look awesome. That whole Softail line, man. There's like 7 or 8 different models in that Softail line. They're all kick ass. They all look fun. So yeah. The next one that's coming out now, this one, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this bike is coming out or not. I know that this one kind of got put up there with the Street Fighter was the other one that was supposed to come out. But I know that Harley Davidson scrapped the Street Fighter. I don't know if they've scrapped this one or not, but we're talking about the Harley Davidson Pan America. It is an all-new, advanced adventuring touring, multi-purpose motorcycle, equal parts campfire, wanderlust, and grit. The Pan America is a two-wheel multi-tool built to endure, designed to explore, and engineered for the unknown. They planned on launching this in 2020, and again, I think COVID had a lot to do with that. But it's a what do they call them? Enduro bike.
It looks like a true enduro, kind of like the BMW that they're. It looks like they're trying to compete with BMW as far as the enduro, and take it. Hey, let's go off road and street. Let's go. Let's do the what's that ride? There's a ride that a buddy of mine went on from Key West, the southernmost point, to the northernmost point in Alaska. Yeah, it took him like a month. Yeah.
Yeah, they got you also have the, what is it, the Trans America Trail or something like that. It's like some is paved road, some are off road. But yeah, the thing is here is this is a prototype model, so production models may vary. It's not yet available for sale. All future models may not be available in all markets.
So Jim is saying it's supposed to launch in February now. Is it?
Oh, okay. Is it? There you go. So yeah, like I said, it was supposed to go out in 20, and then I think COVID backed that up. But again, there's no pricing information available yet. No stats available on it. You can go to Harley Davidson for any news that may come up out of it. Phil, horrible bike. Take the name and destroy it. Supposed to launch in February. I can tell you now for a fact, Jason Momoa hated this bike. He will have been begged by Harley and bought with a free Harley Davidson a year prior. If you remember, he was given. So here is, yeah. So Momoa didn't like it. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm not a fan of the whole enduro models. But I mean, this is again what I was talking about, right? Harley Davidson is going this way and that way and this way and that way. It's like, just stick to the shit you guys know what to do and you know how to make. So again, not a fan. I don't think, it doesn't sound like many of you guys are either. But hey, they're trying to get into a new market, I guess. Trying to hit, like you said too, 1-3. When I think enduro, I think European. That's just kind of where I'm at. So
I mean, they've been trying and tested over in Europe. They've done all the trials. They've done all the testing to just build this bike and throw it out there and say, hey, look what we got. Riding on the coattails of BMW or what? I mean, what are they trying to do?
Right, for sure. So, so there you go. That is the Pan Am. And then the last thing from Harley Davidson.
Oh, this is a big one for me, man. The Eagle 131 Softail engine, okay? So you have a new engine. Oh, God. The 131. I've seen this build on a road glide when I was up in St. Augustine up at Adamek Harley Davidson. This thing is awesome. The engine, the 131 kit.
Oh, they're making them for the other bikes too?
Yeah, well, what they're doing, they don't make the engine. This engine is specifically Screaming Eagle Milwaukee 8 131 crate engine for select Softail model. Okay?
Right.
But they do make a kit, a 131 big bore kit for our bikes, yours and mine.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it's only if it's I think you have to have the 114 already to get that.
Roger. Gotcha.
So,
okay.
But this thing's like, it's a 2151cc.
It's a beast.
Deep wind, freaking beast, man. It is. It is the most powerful street compliant engine Harley Davidson has ever created. This is just crazy, and it is a bolt-in replacement for the 18 or later Softail motorcycles originally equipped with the Milwaukee 8. So if you have the M8, this is a bolt-in replacement. You just take your old one out, throw the new one in.
Dude, which I think is awesome. That's so cool.
It's crazy. It comes with a 12-month factory limited warranty if you install it by an authorized dealer. It will produce 135 foot-pounds of torque. It's 124 horsepower at the rear wheel. What are we pulling, 90 with ours, 103s?
Yeah, I think so. 80, yeah, sounds about right.
83 to 90, somewhere around there.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine that 124 horsepower on a Softail frame. That weighs, I mean, what does a Softail weigh? Probably
next to nothing. 600,
400, 500 pounds. Yeah.
Yours and mine are almost 1,000.
Yeah. That's just crazy, man.
Right?
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's there's no pricing information on this yet, so
yeah. And everybody
don't ask.
Everybody's saying, "Wow, 131." I think Harley Davidson wants to appeal to the new generation riders and make off-road dirt bikes based on a flat track bike and enduro bike on a low snug frame, like the early years they did when starting out. Yeah, they're trying to hit different markets. Like I said, I don't think it's the direction that they need to go. I think they just need to stick with what they know and what they do well. So, Phil, great motor, bolts right up to HD bitchin'.
I know HD's going to put this in his bike.
Then you can play with it. And Dan, a 131 is left me speechless. Right? So there you go. Yeah, I mean that's a kick-ass motor, and like we were saying, that on a Softail frame is just mind blown, dude.
Go back to the what was that first Softail, the one you just talked about. Go back and put that in there.
Street Bob. Yeah, the Street Bob.
I mean, unbelievable. That's a very light bike.
I'm curious just now. So Street Bob.
Oh, you're going to look up the weight.
Weight, yeah. Street Bob, let's just go 2021 for the hell of it. 2021 Street Bob weight.
Yeah. That's funny because you just said my name.
All right, so the 2020 weighed 650 pounds.
That was like my V-Star. Holy crap.
So now take that motor, putting out 124 horses on a 650-pound bike.
I think HD would be going, man.
Oh, that is insanity, man. I love it. I love it. Yeah, so there you have it. That is the 2021 lineup for our Harley Davidson. Like I said, there's a bunch. They've added new colors to all the other models that they have. This was all the new stuff that they're coming out with this year. So, so well done from Harley Davidson. I think it's really cool.
Harley came out with the chameleon type paint for their street glide and their road glides. Just to let you know, it's kind of green looking. It's really cool.
Oh, really? It changes colors and stuff?
Yeah. It's a chameleon type, kind of like House of Color. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Dan, when UK came out of lockdown, I will want to test the Fat Boy first with a 240 rear and see if they have fixed what I hope they noticed from their first new series. I hope you guys come out of lockdown soon too, man. I don't know how you guys have been doing. That's insanity to me. Yeah. All right. So coming out of Indian, we have the 2021 Indian Scout Bobber 60. Now I want to you know what they made a Scout 60 last year. That's what it was. So they made a bobber version of the Scout 60. The Bobber 60 is powered by the same 60 cubic inch liquid cooled V-twin that the Scout 60 is. 78 horsepower and 65 foot-pounds of torque. The Scout Bobber 60 provides enough power to match its aggressive look. It's got a stripped-down headlight, blacked-out engine, modern tank badge. Updated primary cover gives the Scout Bobber 60 an intimidating silhouette. Color options for 2021 include the Thunder Black, Thunder Black Smoke, Blue Slate Smoke, and Titanium Metallic. Now, here's where Indian competes better with Harley Davidson. The suggested price on this bike is anywhere between $9,000 and $10,300. So, you take that for what it is, for what it's worth. You could put this up next to the Custom, right? The new one that they just came out with, the Harley Davidson Custom, or put this up against the Street Bob, and you're going to get a well. What were the numbers on the Street Bob just for comparison here? So the Street Bob had 119 foot-pounds of torque at 3,000 RPM. So this one's laying out a little bit less, but this one's at 65. So significantly less. But again, you're looking at a bargain bike, and I gotta I've said this a million times over. I love the Indian Scout. That is such a cool bike. When they came out with that 2 years ago, I was like, dude, y'all are gonna sell a freaking million of these things. And they just, I don't know. Every year they come out to Daytona and they have that big setup with all the truck that's got all the Scouts in it, and I love them, man. I just think they're killer. Dan's saying the new headlight mold I'm referring to when they redesigned a new Fat Boy. Gotcha. In the UK, all Indian dealers would give you 5-year warranty, guaranteed, 100,000 mile guarantee.
Wow. That
will never fail. Wow. No kidding. I wonder if the US is doing that. That's insane. A 5-year, 100,000 mile warranty?
Now, is that something that the UK makes them do? Or is that something that Indian just does over there?
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I'd like to know that. But that's insane, dude. 5-year, 100,000 mile warranty. Who puts 100,000 miles on a bike?
I do.
No.
I can.
I mean,
5 years?
In 5 years, you think?
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, I ride my bike every day.
Yeah, but I mean...
All right, right now I'm riding it like only 10 miles, but I was
going to say... Yeah, when you were going to St. Pete, I could see it, but...
No, I was putting 500 miles a week on my bike when I worked over in Bay Pines.
That's wild, man.
And that was just doing from work.
That's wild. So, yeah, Phil, I got the new Indian dealership on Dale Mabry going up. Where's that at? I didn't even know that there was one going up.
On Dale Mabry?
Yeah.
I know there's...
So that's...
I know there's a Harley dealer going up over here in Wesley Chapel pretty soon.
Yes, there is. That's been in the plans for a while there, over there at the by the outlets or whatever. But
can't wait till they break ground. Anyway, so they're going from that to the vintage bike, the Indian Vintage, which is the classic style, fully loaded, premium leather, all modern technology. It's back with American style. All right, we got.
By Moto. Okay.
Yeah, see it? There it is.
Phil, do they have that? Do they have that warranty on the front neck? There you go.
Right?
Little jab at Indian there, right?
Right there, man. So, this thing has chrome wheels, white wall tires. It's got the leather seating, fringe saddlebag, the iconic saddlebags with the fringe and the seat as well. It's got additional features, which is a quick release windshield, different ride modes. Now that's pretty cool. It's got rear cylinder deactivation. So that way, if you're at a stop and you want to say, kind of like Harley has that. It's got ABS, cruise control, and the keyless ignition, like Harley has.
Mm-hmm.
See, I got to keep throwing Harley in there. It's got the famed Thunderstroke 111, which produces 119 foot-pound of torque, gives you exceptional power at low RPM and smooth ride at any speed. It does have the 3 ride modes, which is Tour, Standard, and Sport, for an experience that's customized to your riding style. Now, the price of this is from around 20 and a half to 21.5, so 25 to 21.5.
Yep.
So, and that's U.S. dollars, not Canadian.
There you go. Yeah, a good looking old
It is.
school. You know, if you like
It
that
looks
old
like the old
school.
school.
Yeah, if you like that old school look and that old school chrome everywhere and the saddle fringes and all that stuff, great looking bike. My neighbor has the previous model of these, and it's a beautiful bike. Way too much chrome for me, but yeah, really cool bike.
Way too much chrome for me.
Yeah, way too much chrome. You'd sit there and polish all that chrome and forget that. And then the last thing out of Indian is basically they took the vintage that we just looked at and they made a dark horse version of it. So paired with modern technology and classic touches, the Indian vintage dark horse has a bold presence defined by its matte finish paint and blacked out details. Streamlined stance, powerful V-twin engine, and sinister styling, it rides as powerfully as it looks. Standard features include genuine leather fringe saddlebags, touring chassis and touring rear air shock ride modes, and rear cylinder deactivation. Other features include ABS, cruise control, keyless ignition, and unrivaled performance from the Thunderstroke 111 V-twin engine. Inspired by the look of custom bikes, an open front fender exposes all black 17-inch alloy front wheel and the iconic Indian headdress leading the way. It has the same 3 ride modes, and they're asking $19,500 for it. So if you like the vintage look, but not all the chrome, this is your bike. I'm a fan. I like this bike, especially the one that's on the screen now with the apes on it, and it looks cool. I'm not a fan of the fringy saddlebags, but outside of that, it's a good looking bike. I'd ride it.
Those are wind buffers.
Wind buffers?
Yeah, the fringes. They take the
Oh,
wind and they, you get rid of the vortexes. It kind of like,
yeah. Well, it is a neat looking bike. I think it'd be a lot of fun to ride. Dan saying Polaris approves the deal as it's the condition of the weather we ride in that gives us that 5 years. Got it. And it comes down to the type of rider we have that will use their bike mostly for weekend warrior rides only. So not all UK riders ride hard all week and all year round. We have them, but not so many as you do in the States. Got it. That makes a lot of sense then. That's still crazy. I could understand the 5 year. The 100,000 mile thing is what kills me. Like that's insane. That's wild. HD saying nice bike. Yeah. HD saying nice bike, and then Dan can't lie, it's Grant. Yeah, really cool looking bike. I'm pleased. I think it looks great. Be fun, like I said, be fun as hell to ride for sure.
Hell yeah.
Cool,
Any
man.
bike's fun to ride.
That is true too. You can't complain when you're riding a motorcycle when
Nope.
you're on 2 wheels. So, U.S. warranty, 2 years unlimited mileage. 2 years unlimited mileage.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy too, though.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, there you have it, man. Good on you, Indian, for backing your product, man. I like it. Okay, so that is our show. We're gonna wrap up with some real quick events going on. I didn't have time to put together the slides for these, so we're just gonna throw them out there for everybody. We kind of talked about it already, Gibtown is this weekend, January 21st through the 24th. So it starts tomorrow, goes through the weekend. Gibsonton Showmen's Association, free parking, $5 admission, tons of vendors, live music, headliners, and Night Ranger on Saturday night. Like Dale was on earlier, the Writer Now family is going to be out there on Saturday, so you guys can check everybody out there. Like I said, I'm going to try and get out there on Saturday, and then the 1-3 said he'll try and get out there on Sunday. So, so we'll let you guys know if we're heading out there. We'll make a Facebook post, and you'll probably see a video or two of us walking around anyway. So yeah, Gibtown going on this weekend. First bike event of the season, or bike fest, so to speak, of the season. So, or I shouldn't say the season, of the year. Next, we have the Fireman's Poker Run. That's February 13th, 6 to 11, Salty Shamrock, Apollo Beach. That's a Rockling Road Show event. We're going to be setting up a remote there. So if you guys are in the area for that, February 13th, 6 to 11 p.m., come out and say hi to us. We'll be hanging out with Sharpie over there at Salty Shamrock, and the guys over there at the Tampa Bay Area Cruisers, I believe, is the group that's putting that one on too. So come check it out. We'll be having a lot of fun with that event. It's supporting a great cause. All that money's going for firefighters and stuff like that. So by all means, get out there and have some fun and support a really good cause. This one, the 1-3 sent to me today. This is the Battle of the Bay scavenger hunt. Saturday, February 27th at 9 a.m. Kicks off at Indian and Harley Davidson, and then kind of just hits all of the Harley Davidsons that they own. Tampa, Newport Richie, and then back down to Brandon for the after party. Registration starts at 9 from any of the 3 locations, with the hunt starting at 10 a.m. That is when the rules and item sheet will be handed to the team captain. Teams must be back at Brandon Harley Davidson at 3 p.m. Every minute after 3 p.m. deducts points from your total score. So that's kind of cool. I've never done a scavenger hunt on a motorcycle would be kind of fun. All proceeds are going to go benefit one of our favorite causes, My Warrior Place. Yes. Vendors are, if you're interested in being a vendor there, you can contact the folks there, Terry W at mwp@gmail.com. TerryWMWP.com. TerryW.MWP@gmail.com. And of course, if you want to learn more about My Warriors Place, we've talked about My Warriors Place till we're blue in the face on this show.
Do it again.
Really good cause. They help first responders, all veterans, anybody with PTSD, things like that. Gold Star families, Blue Star families. You name it. If you need a place to go to just get away from the world and kind of refocus on yourself and your family, those folks out there, Kelly Kowal and her team out there are just phenomenal. We love My Warriors Place, and we can't say anything any more good about that organization. So if you're in the area for that scavenger hunt, February 27th, please come out and support an amazing cause. If you want to know more about My Warriors Place, go check them out, mywarriorsplace.org. And then last but certainly not least is our September 11th run. It's the 20th anniversary of September 11th. We will be putting on another ride to benefit the Children's Burn Camp. Like we said last week, we're still trying to figure it out. If you guys have any ideas or places that you'd like to ride to, maybe, we can. I was thinking instead of bars or anything like that, maybe we can do rides to firehouses across the county or across the greater Tampa Bay area or something like that. It'd be kind of a cool thing to try and do too.
Right.
So, still trying to figure it out, but we want to start putting the information out now because we will be doing a ride, and the goal for us is to beat the $8,000 donation that we were able to raise for the Children's Burn Camp this past year. So anything over $8,000 for us would be phenomenal that we can hand over a check. If we could double it, that's the ultimate goal. Make it a $16,000 check to the burn camp. Me and the 1-3 would be stoked if we could do that.
Right on.
So there you have it, man. That's the show. That's everything going on. HD saying great show. See you guys this weekend. Thanks, HD. Appreciate it. Like we'll let you know when we're headed out. And Dan saying stay safe. Went out and about. And wear your masks. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Other than that, man, thank you guys for joining us on a rare Wednesday. I know it's kind of weird that we're a day early, but I appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. Dan, police charity rides may be good. Yep, absolutely. Any charity ride at this point is a good thing. If you can get out and you can donate your time and your money, anything helps all these folks. So, yeah, man. I got nothing else. We're a little over time here, but
Yep.
but that's because you guys are awesome and you help run the show in all kinds of different directions, and you interact with us, and we have a lot of fun with that too. So, so there you have it. That's the lineup for 2021. The stage 2, and unfortunately the fire out there in Austria. So, okay.
Right.
With that, thank you guys. We love you. We'll see you next week. We should. Let me see what my schedule. Yeah, we should be live from the 1-3 bar next week. I don't think I shouldn't have anything coming up. I have a trip on Monday, and I think I'm done until February.
Cool.
So yeah. Other than that, we love you guys. We'll see you next time. You guys keep it rocking.
Keep the rubber side down, baby.
We'll see you next week. See ya.